With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Geis, his first carry of the game. He finds an opening past the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Now Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Bullard getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. On first down, this is Geis. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Wilson on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This time Wilson will throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now it's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Gun! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Geis receives the pitch. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
They're throwing it on 1st down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They pitch out to Howard. And some space here. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
14.
Wilson on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson running left on the option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 2nd down, Wilson. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Blake. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like that. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Darius Geis with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start... for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, they got the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. On the toss play, Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
To throw is Wilson. Looking to throw on second down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Wilson on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Now Wilson on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They go with Howard again, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on this?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
14, run it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. And a sideline pass that's caught by Thomas. 15 yards there for number 15.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go read option with Wilson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Play action. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 44 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Geis, they'll try to run it. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Come on, let's go.
He'll get it up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. A give to Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now, check, Patriot, Patriot.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he slides to avoid the hit. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility.